Hey Lucky Craft fans, I just rolled back in from Lake Amistad and the Bassmaster Central Open. I was down there, I'm cleaning up the boat right now, trying to get ready for the next event. And there were some really cool things that I got to play with the first time down there. Lucky Craft helped me a lot in practice. We had some cold front conditions come in and I had to slow down, but Lucky Craft Crankbaits really made a difference. And one of the things, I was able to catch some fish running up the river on the LC 2.5 deep diver. That was very instrumental in catching some smaller fish, but some of the spots that I found, the structure spots, I actually used the new SKT Magnum. And that sucker is a brute, man. That is nothing but deep diving crankbait fun. It's amazing. I caught some smaller fish, 2-pounders even on it. You think that bait there, 4.5 inches, I think is what it actually measures there. But that's the new SKT Magnum 120 DR. Awesome bait. You think that bait that big is going to crank and pull hard, but I was throwing 20-pound sunline. I've got a good 6-power cranking stick that I throw it on. And this thing, you could wing it a mile out there. You could actually get it down. I know I was by my depth finder, my Humminbird I use. I was hitting in the 20 to 25 foot range consistently, banging the bottom, bouncing it off rocks. It was amazing. It come through timber very well. The big boulder rocks, never got one hung up. This new bait is very impressive. If you've got deep structure spots, I would highly suggest checking out the Lucky Craft SKT Magnum 120 DR. This bait is a brute, and it is a fish catching machine. I just wish the fish were a lot more cooperative, that I could catch a lot more fish on it, but not all the time you can put everything in your favor, but it's definitely going to be thrown a lot more this summer, especially when they get out on deep structure. The other bait I threw down there, which was new, is the Lucky Craft SKT Magnum, but this one is the MR. This is the mid-range runner. It's actually the 110 MR. This bait, I really liked it. This bluegill pattern, man, it matched a lot of the tilapia and stuff down there. Excellent choice if you're going to Amistad. Now, one thing that I liked about this bait is it's got a square bill on it. But I was actually banging this through some tops of some trees. I seen some fish on my side imaging hanging out in the trees, and I was actually cranking this through there. And it banged through those the tops of them trees very well. Same thing, I threw it on 20-pound fluorocarbon from the Sunline Sniper is actually what I used. Same thing, a good 6-power rod. You can throw it on a 5-power. It's a little bit beefy for it. You got a lot of bait here, but check out these new baits, man. I am really excited about the summertime coming here to fish some ledges, to fish some deep points, and that stuff. I think this is going to be an excellent bait. It will catch those 2 and 3 pounders all the way up to them 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pounders. But it's an awesome new bait from Lucky Craft. It's gaining a lot of recognition. It's easy to throw, easy to cast. Check them out. The SKT 110 mid runner is going to be in a box just like this. The 120 is going to be in a little larger box. One of the things to compare is this is the flat CBD 20. Look at the size of that bait compared to that. That's the mid runner. That's the 120 deep runner. These are going to be some big bass, busting action, and they're going to get places that we haven't been able to get before with a crankbait. 25 foot on 20-pound test. It's amazing where we used to not be able to fish except with football jigs, Carolina rigs, stuff like that. We're able to get down there and get a reaction bite get a feeding bite with a crankbait. Check out all the Lucky Craft stuff. Go to your local Lucky Craft dealer. Tell them you want some SKT Magnums. You're going to love them, and I hope you catch a whole bunch of fish, and thank you. And check out Lucky Craft's Facebook page and learn more about the great products they have to offer. There's nobody that builds baits like Lucky Craft.